We're back now with a story that got us all talking and thinking today. It's a fascinating new study about the mysteries of death, what happens to our brains and bodies, and what it might really be like to die.
Have you ever thought about the concept of immortality? According to quantum theory, it asserts that none of us truly experience death. There is even the possibility of traversing different dimensions within a multiverse after our physical demise, which some cultures refer to as the realm of the deities. Quantum physicists have endeavored to provide evidence supporting the notion that we all possess eternal life. This pursuit can be likened to the quest for the Holy Grail, the Philosopher's Stone, or divine ambrosia, each believed to bestow immortality. Various cultures across the world have approached the question of eternal life and immortality, yielding diverse interpretations. In Western culture, the belief in an afterlife has largely waned. The Christian concept of the soul embarking on a journey to heaven, or, in less fortunate cases, to hell, has become less prominent in people's consciousness. Conversely, Eastern cultures embrace the belief that the soul continues its journey beyond death, venturing into dimensions where deities typically reside. These cultures perceive the cycle of souls returning to Earth in new lives as a normal occurrence. Numerous individuals worldwide who have come close to death or have claimed to have transcended into divine realms have encountered entities resembling angels that sent them back to Earth. Remarkably, many of these individuals have experienced spontaneous healings, undergone profound personal transformations, or gained a deeper understanding of their true selves in the realms beyond death. While such accounts have often been dismissed as mere ideologies, fantasies, unverifiable claims, or religious notions, quantum physics has now presented evidence supporting their validity. The concept of our inherent immortality is no longer confined to abstract speculation. Consider the possibility of never experiencing death. Have you ever contemplated what it would be like to live eternally? It could involve manipulating our genes to continually rejuvenate ourselves, or transcending our physical bodies to exist as pure information in another dimension. The existence of living beings capable of reversing the aging process is exemplified by a small jellyfish that achieves this remarkable feat for reasons yet to be fully understood. This simple illustration demonstrates the extraordinary possibilities present in nature, reminding us to never dismiss what may seem implausible. Just imagine if science were to unravel the mystery of defying aging, or if it could manipulate our genetic makeup to ensure longevity. In such a scenario, one could potentially live forever without succumbing to the effects of time, existing on this Earth even after millennia have passed. In the realm of quantum physics, scientists have discovered compelling evidence that may hold the key to eternal life within the realm of the tiniest particles. Quantum mechanics initially revealed that light serves as a fundamental building block of matter, with light particles being significantly smaller than atoms. These light particles, known as quanta, can be further divided into even smaller particles until only pure information and energy remain as the fundamental constituents of the universe. Energy can exist in a state of perfect equilibrium, fluctuating harmoniously. While the physical form may dissipate and vanish, the information remains eternal. It is worth noting that our bodies consist of condensed light and information, which ultimately form matter. Consequently, even after death, our information persists. Australian quantum physicists have articulated an intriguing perspective on the matter. When a forest burns down, the physical manifestation of trees, bushes, and the residing animals ceases to exist. However, on the quantum level, the forest endures as information, capable of reconstruction if we possess the necessary understanding of how this rematerialization can be accomplished. It is also plausible that the forest could vanish from our immediate world. The information associated with it would then move elsewhere, potentially materializing as a new forest in another dimension or at a different location within the universe. Drawing upon the principles of quantum mechanics, another theory emerges, one that unveils an entirely novel world known as the theory of biocentrism. This theory, developed by American scientist Robert Lanza, posits that it is not the universe that gives rise to life, but rather life itself that shapes and creates the universe. According to this perspective, what we commonly refer to as consciousness has existed since the very inception of everything. Over the span of nearly 14 billion years, consciousness has been manifesting itself through human beings. In essence, we are not merely physical bodies and brains, but rather consciousness that has either adopted or connected to a material form. In Robert Lanza's model, our brains and bodies are likened to modems, while pure consciousness serves as the observer or the essence of our true being. The brain and body act as receivers, interpreting external signals and translating them into tangible life experiences and physical matter. If you are familiar with quantum theory, you may already know that quanta can exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties. The wave represents potentiality in an unformed state, while observation transforms it into matter. Consciousness assumes the role of the observer in this process. When the brain and body cease to function, only the modem aspect is destroyed. However, the signals, which can be likened to consciousness, persist and could potentially be redirected or recycled into another host. In Lanza's biocentric reality, life itself is the signal, which continues beyond the body and brain as a modem. According to the concept of biocentrism, consciousness plays a pivotal role in creating the universe through us, rather than the universe creating consciousness. Robert Lanza introduced these ideas in the late 2000s, and they have sparked both admiration and criticism. For some, biocentrism serves as a bridge between philosophical contemplations on life and death and the realm of physics. However, others find the theory too vague and lacking sufficient evidence to fully understand the nature of consciousness. Supporters of biocentrism also reference the fine-tuning problem, which highlights the intricate set of physical conditions necessary for life to emerge. Factors such as the presence of water, heat, oxygen, carbon compounds, and more must be finely tuned for life to exist. The apparent precision and suitability of these conditions suggest that they were intentionally designed for us, or even by us. If humans were not yet present as observers, who or what created all of this? Could dinosaurs, for example, have contributed to the creation of matter through their consciousness and their presence on the planet? Extensions of Lanza's theory propose that consciousness is omnipresent, existing not only within humans, but also in plants, animals, and even in the seemingly lifeless expanse of space. These ideas bear resemblance to the animistic beliefs found in various natural religions, which hold that all entities possess a soul or consciousness. Lanza's theories, along with certain quantum models, suggest that consciousness transcends matter. Consequently, the notion of life after death becomes inevitable in such a reality. Death, in this context, ceases to be a possibility if life is indeed synonymous with consciousness and is not inherently tied to the physical body. Instead, it becomes an illusion, as life and consciousness become disconnected from our bodies. When the body and brain are removed, consciousness is thought to disperse like energy into the greater expanse of the universe, or potentially transition to other dimensions to continue its existence. In the mid-20th century, German physicist Burkhard Heim formulated a 12-dimensional model of reality that encompassed supermaterial realms, including consciousness and even divine dimensions.